the fuck up.
Yes, good evening, good evening, good evening. You know the vibes. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I'm the source. I'm trying to be in and out like a robbery, real smooth tonight. Because I want to, get back into my studies, my reading, right? But I noticed that I didn't get a chance to speak on this. I wanted to speak on this, but when you prioritize and you have certain priorities that you deem more important than blogging and things like that, sometimes it takes a back seat. But like I said, I'm gonna try to squeeze this in quick, right? Now, LeBron James, many celebrities and um what do we classify these people as, influencers and stuff like that, tweet about the Francis Ngannou, um Tyson Fury thing, right? But I think LeBron James tweet in regards to boxing really didn't help, because here you have arguably globally, internationally, one of the biggest icon. Uh, you know, he's a basketball player. His mass appeal is like just different, right? And when he went on Twitter, it's clear like he could have been like Canelo. I think Canelo and Damian Lillard, others were like robbery, just that. But LeBron's tweet, when I seen other content creators speak on it, like I said, I wanted to do my short on. I still may at some point tomorrow, because work days are very easy for me to do a lot of more content, as far as YouTube content. Um, because I killed two birds with one stone. But that tweet was damaging, because what he said, and like I said, his uh later for what, like, let's all right, I'm gonna put this in perspective for you. You have YouTubers that claim to be influencers, right? They really aren't. LeBron James is what they want to be and claim to be, right? LeBron James, when he tweeted what he tweeted, right? He didn't have to buy views and um perpetrate in front. I think it was at like 7 million, and 7 million people, probably more than that by now. But his tweet, he stated like, "This is why I don't mess with boxing," something along those lines. This is why I don't fuck with boxing. Now, with somebody that prominent of a influencer says something like that about boxing, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth that probably, if they didn't fuck with it, they're like, man, King James says this is why he doesn't mess with it. I know I heard some people saying, oh, well, maybe that might, curiosity. No, it's not. It's gonna, LeBron is like, he's a different type of icon for people. And for him to say he doesn't fuck with boxing, right? And I know a lot of times you see content creators always saying, yo, the make the crossover appeal, get the NBA players, these players, and that player. Well, arguably the biggest NBA player just shitted on boxing, shitted on it, respectfully shitted on it. Said this is why he doesn't watch it. So basically, he would have been better off and more politically correct saying this is why I don't support boxing. Because he said I don't watch it. Basically I don't support. I don't fuck with it. And I was like, damn. I was like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna still do my short on this. But I was like, damn, that's like, man, that's a bad look, man. That's a bad look for an icon like a LeBron James to say something like that. And then I thought about it. I'm like, um, when have we ever really seen LeBron attend a fight, a big marquee fight? I couldn't think of none. Oh, yo, he really probably don't fuck with boxing like that because we did see James Harden after Earl Spence fight, perennial All Star. Damian Little pops out to the fights. But arguably the best NBA player the last how many years has LeBron been in the league? LeBron is that dude. He's probably not the best player right now, but he's still up there. He's still that guy, right? Regardless, right? But for him to just shit on boxing like that was bad, man. It was bad. I was like, man, when I read that tweet, I was like, damn. I content creators were talking about it, but a lot it just went over y'all heads, man. What a real influencer said. Like LeBron James is a real influencer. He's not one of these YouTubers with fake numbers and you know all the trickery and gimmicks. This dude is really that guy, right? For him to just shit on boxing, because that's what he took a shit on boxing, bro. He said, "This is why I don't watch it. I don't really fuck with it." I was like, "Damn, damn." And to be honest, like you probably could tell he doesn't really fuck with it like that because even though Francis Ngannou should have got the decision, some people were saying like he didn't deserve it. He lost the championship rounds. And let me ask y'all this: the ones that are stating that, right? If this was actually a real fight, right, and Francis Ngannou was Deontay Wilder, right? And Wilder was the one that dropped him. And like I said, Francis Ngannou was Wilder. Do you think that Tyson Fury would have got a split decision over a real boxer like a Wilder? If that was Wilder or Usyk, if that was Usyk, and Usyk did what Ngannou did, do you think it would have been a split decision? Because I was watching guys, say it wasn't a robbery, this, that, and the third. Like I guess some people got to do what they got to do, right? At the end of the day, you gotta when you are in bed with different people, you gotta walk that line, right? But to be honest, man, if you looked at everybody wants to say, "Oh, fights are judged round by round." You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. But also, when a guy is dropped, that is a 10-8 round. Number one, right? Number two, not only is it a 10-8 round, when your opponent, at the end of the fight, looks like he was beat up, looks bad. That's a telling sign too. Like if you turned the fight on at the end of the night and you didn't even know that he got dropped. Give me a second, hold. Now, if you didn't know that he got dropped and you just turned on the TV, right, and you happen to be skimming through the channels, I know you're like, well, who the fuck's gonna skim through a pay-per-view fight? I'm just saying, man. Just go with what I'm kicking tonight, right? So you happen to be skimming through, and you come across and you're looking, and they're reading off the scores, right? And you're like, damn, all right, one judge has it that way. You hear the other judges, then you look, you're like, man, this Tyson Fury guy, man, he looks like, man, he had a rough night, man. He looks like he had a rough night. But then You look at Nagano. I know everybody says different people bruise differently and all that. Absolutely. But if you look, you like, yo, because you hear dudes saying that Tyson was doing this. Yo, he walked through Tyson Fury's elbow. Tyson Fury's elbow might be kind of fucked up right now. Remember, and then shout out to Nagano. Nagano tried to hit him with the Superman punch. Had he landed that punch, man, it might have been over. Let me get to the chat real quick because I don't want to neglect you guys because like I said, I'm not gonna stay on that long. Shout out to WCS, Carlos NYT, NO. He said Fury is garbage, by the way. Francis did better than Wilder. It's terrible too. I want to say this too. Them three fights that he had with Wilder probably took a lot out of him, man. I see Freaky Malik on there. I haven't really been on the YouTube like that, but I seen Freaky Malik talking about they're in talks with they're always in talks with somebody, man. I believe it when I see it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in talks now with Francis Ngannou. They was in talks with everybody and their mama, and Wilder never got a fight yet. So I'll believe it when I see it, man. And I know respectfully, a lot of the people that's reporting on it, they report on anything. This dude Wilder been in Wilder. What is it? Wednesday's November, man. Wednesday is November, and Deontay Wilder. We don't know anything. We know what Malik said today. They're in talks with Francis Ngannou and for a fight in Africa. All right, whatever. Hopefully it happens, right? Hopefully it happens. But I think back to LeBron said about boxing, it's messed up. But at the end of the day, look at boxing though. Boxing, when you look at it, is arguably unorganized as far as knowing things about fights happening, and everything is always a secret. Like, they're in discussions. Like nobody can say anything, right? Only sport, right? Only sport, right? Professional sports, that's pretty much like that. Like football, the schedules come out. You know the schedule. Baseball, everything. You know the schedule. Why not with boxing? Why with boxing? Everything, like people could be, and I know this from being on that side of the fence too. Like shit, and they'll be like, "Yo, you can't say nothing. You can't speak on it." And it's like, why? And then you wonder why a guy like LeBron comes out and says that he doesn't fuck with boxing. That he doesn't watch boxing. This is why he doesn't watch boxing. Because boxing is always a secret. And then you have controversial victories and guys are like, damn, why they stopped the fight or the ref cheated. It's like, it's a lot of shit that goes down in boxing that really would turn the average person off. It's like, damn, this shit is dirty. This shit is corrupt. And then when you add to the mix the so-called fan base, especially on this YouTube, does not help. It doesn't help because YouTube boxing, quote unquote, the heart of the sport, right? Because you get all these super channels that say that because of their platform, right? They're the only ones really reporting on boxing, like ESPN and all these, sports networks don't report on boxing. If it wasn't for YouTube, nobody would know about what's going on in boxing. Nobody knows what's going on with boxing anyway. They don't tell us. And when we do know, you can't say nothing. Look at Derrick James. Fight Hype and Hub and all them was asking him. I don't know nothing. Motherfuckers never know nothing. But what they do know, but they're not allowed to tell you. Like, what's going on? Are you in talks? Are you not in talks? Is the fight gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? That's boxing. That is boxing in a nutshell. So, LeBron James, I wanted to be mad at you. I wanted to come on here and say, damn, LeBron, how can you do that? But I understand, LeBron. I understand. Because your sport that you participate in, yes, basketball is all professional sports are dirty, somewhat corrupt, and they have shit that goes on behind the door. But boxing by far is the dirtiest, grimiest, snakiest, roaches, weaselest, infested of them all. So when you say this is why I do not watch boxing, I don't support boxing, LeBron James, I cannot blame you. I cannot blame you. And it just so happened that, you actually watched. Because this was, like I said, they're not speaking like it, but this was a highly publicized event. They put on. And I know they didn't want, Fury to go into the undisputed with a loss. Maybe a draw. Maybe, because like I said, the fight really didn't matter, but it did matter because if they would have gave Nagano the decision, what does that look like? What does that look like? Bad enough he dropped him, right? All right, what had that have looked like? Him losing to a guy in his first ever boxing fight. Like, shout out to WCS. I was watching WCS a little bit. He had an open panel, and they were talking about this. A couple of guys on there were saying Tyson Fury is one of the greatest. So what would that have looked like? Right? That's like Muhammad Ali losing to somebody, another, athlete, a mixed martial arts athlete, like trying to think of a karate, a karate dude that was in Ali's time. That was like badass. Maybe like a Chuck Norris or a Billy Blanks or let me see. I'm trying to think of another guy. I'm trying to think of the black dude. I can't. It's right on the tip of my tongue. He was an ill kung fu dude. But that would have been like that, like a guy that's not known for boxing getting a shot at Ali and dropping him and pretty much going the distance. But it didn't happen. But it happened to Tyson Fury. And then he is awarded a split decision that a lot of people feel that he didn't deserve. And rightfully so. And rightfully so. He said, hype job, referring to Fury. Okay. Fighters have bad nights, and I assume he wanted to maximize his risk having signed on the fight Usyk. Yeah, I'm going to do something on that, too. I was making some phone calls. Usyk said the fight got to happen or some shit, I was saying. I know Frank Warren and them want to push it off. Like I said, I bet you his elbow is fucked up. He hit my man with an elbow strike. Yo, Francis Ngannou walked right through that shit. I think what's name did more damage to his elbow than Francis Ngannou. Because if you don't know how to, if you're not accustomed to doing strikes like that, right, you'll fuck yourself up, man. You will. You will. But look, I already went 5 minutes over the time that I want to stay on, man. I want to get back in this book, man. I am headstrong into this book right now, man. I put out a couple shorts. Uh, the frames is all over. Check out the frames. I'm gonna drop some more frames tomorrow. $1 Million Marley. I just dropped a couple tonight. Nothing too, crazy. Tomorrow though, I think tomorrow I'll definitely tomorrow evening-ish, I'll give you some more. Cause we was working today. Great weekend of work. A lot done. Shout out to Rival. Um, yeah, we just growing the brand, man. Appreciate everybody coming through. Tonight NO, WCS, NYT, Carlos. Um, you know, yeah, I got some. Look, I'm breaking the frames down into different segments, right? Because I got some fire in the ring frames, like mid work and drills and stuff like that. I'll probably throw those out tomorrow. I threw the heavy bag stuff out today, in the different coaching that him and his father were doing. I got a good frames of those. So those are the ones that I kind of warmed it up. And I also threw out some Reen. Coach Reen snapped some frames because I had both of the cannons on deck. And I let Reen play around a little bit. Her and Bam Bam. So I'll probably incorporate some of those. I was gonna try to get some of those out tonight, but like I said, I'm turning into a reader. I like to read. I'm turning into a lame. You know, I should be in here studying, watching film and shit like that. I'd rather read right now. I'm turning into a Robert Greene, uh, you know, novel guy right now. You know what I'm saying? I got two other Robert Greene books that I gotta get to, man. I got through the 48 Laws of Power. I'm currently on the 33 Strategies of War. Then I have Mastery, and I also have what is it called? Human Nature, the Laws of Human Nature. So I'm trying to get through those, right? I'm trying to get through them, and you know me, I will get through them, and that's what I'm on right now, man. That's what I'm on right now, man. And I think I'm telling you, the more I read, the more like YouTube, because I never really was a big fan of the YTC boxing. Other YTC shit like I fuck with heavy duty. Like I like the hunters, like the motherfucking the dudes that be trapping the wild hogs and the guys that be hunting the deers. I fucks with shit like that. I'm a little different. But like when boxing to me, I like boxing. YouTube boxing for me was my new Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop no more. I was just coming on fucking with YouTube boxing. But I started reading a lot more. It's like, man, I can't. I just like YouTube boxing to me is like, yo, you dudes are like, man, you the reason why LeBron is tweeting that shit, man. Y'all the reason why, man. But it is what it is. Everybody enjoy your evening. What's up, Reem?
Right.
What's up? He said Floyd played with Connor for 10 rounds. Yeah, but Floyd and Connor, there was no comparison, man. It was no comparison. Like Nagano was like, I think like Tyson, but Tyson Fury could be playing possum, but Duke can hit, man.
Yes, you can hit.
And he got hit with a punch that he didn't see. Those are the worst punches to get caught with. A shot that you don't see. Because a punch that you don't see does severe damage. And when you get hit from a hitter like Francis Ngannou could hit, man. Dude was physically stronger than Tyson Fury, man. When you watch it, you see that. Like he couldn't all that shit that he did with Wilder, he couldn't do with Ngannou, man. Ngannou wasn't going for that, trying to lean on him and like yeah, he was throwing him around. That dude is a MMA. He knows how to grapple and grab and all that. That shit was not working, you know. But we are going to wrap it up. Coach Rena's in here on my back. Come on, man. Keep it skipping. Yeah, we had a wonderful time in the gym. Back to back days. Yeah, but to be honest, I still have Messiah frames, right? That I have to edit. Now I have all the frames that I took today.
And mine.
Yes, and a couple of yours as well. So it's like, man, that's what I was dealing with today. But I had to come on and get this LeBron James live out the way.
LeBron James.
Yes. But everybody enjoy your evening, your Sunday. I'm getting to my book, man. I'm a book head now, man. See, if I didn't have to work the gym life, I'm halfway done with the 33 strategies of war. I would have finished it this week, man. I would have finished it, and that was my initial. What's the name? Was just to lock in and read and read and read, but I had back-to-back shoots. And I told you, like when it comes to Marley Tucker, that is my favorite fighter. Slash, I don't. Marley is family, but that is my favorite fighter. Whenever it's Marley, it's go time, man. I told you, and I'm just seeing his growth. So I was excited to work the lens. Normally, I push that off to the kids, and I do other things behind the scene with the the business, but I was like, man, I had to be it down there. It felt like the good old days, I got a lot of frames. When y'all see some of these other frames that I got, y'all gonna really see the growth of the source and the lens. Like I think the ones I put out today, they're fire. But wait, when you see the mid-work ones that I got and some of these other ones, you're gonna be like, damn. I'm getting. It's like everything in life. The more you shoot with your equipment, and the more you shoot, like I was looking at some of these frames, right? I'm like, damn, I caught that. That is crispy, like like the ones I dropped today with him hitting the heavy bit. He's moving. A lot of times when I first was learning this, them shits used to come out blurry. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was learning. The ones today, you wouldn't know that bag was moving. How I was just catching it. How I had the rapid fire going. I was really catching them good, crispy. He said, not trying to compare, just emphasize the hype job tag, or because of one night. How can Conor go 9 rounds with TBE? Not defending Fury, but he has millions of waiting with Usyk. Yeah, he does. Tons and tons of millions, man. Francis Ngannou he's gonna get another bag too, man. Those guys are good. Those guys are straight, man. I'm just upset with LeBron. Like, damn, but LeBron, you entitled to your opinion. You really shitted on, like, man, you turned a lot of fans off with that, bro. Because a lot of people look up to you and they like, man, LeBron don't fuck with boxing. But it is what it is. The news.
So news.
This is the Source Experience.
But hey, what do we know?
What do I know? You know the vibe.
You know the vibe. Screw.
Got it.
listening down below. Shout out to the Social Podcast.
Yeah, yeah.